What a night to remember. Hello, guys. And right now, as I check time, it's just 0:00 on the 18th of April, which means happy birthday to me and my lovely wife. We turn on the same day, people. These two people are turning today. So, wish us happy birthday. Let's get into the video. So, hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. Let's talk about Europa League and let's talk about Conference League. So don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to subscribe. What did we just witness? This is the greatest remontada which we were talking about expected from Real Madrid. This is the greatest remontada we just watched. Manchester United, the team that I don't even give a damn about, just made history. People, we're gonna talk about it. It's something that we cannot look aside. It's something that we need to talk about. First of all, if you're a Manchester United fan, forget about how your club is in turmoil. Forget about what you don't like about your club. Today, celebrate what you've just done. Today, of all the days, celebrate the history you've just made, because I know the game was not perfect. I know there were moments you were crying about why you are still watching this game. I know there is a lot of things you want to talk about, how you want to go after the players. There are so many things that you can talk about, the terrible things that were happening in the games that were not good on your side, of how good your team isn't, of how good it isn't, and what you can complain about your team. But for now, today, it's all about celebration, because you were out. You were actually out of the Europa Conference League. You were out. And in a matter of 5 minutes, you turned a 2 goals deficit to win it in the same time, in a matter of 5 minutes. I've never seen goals scored that fast. And I can confirm with you, Leon fans head loss, total head loss. Leon fans, they were afraid of Old Trafford. You know, that theater of dreams that we used to laugh about came back today, and it lived, and we felt what United are capable of doing. Today, it's something that you should hold on in your heart, in whatever you do. Remember this day. I know you were on a high, but for what you saw today, for how you saw the heart of your team, the soul of your team showing up, standing up when they did not look like they deserved to be where they were. They stood up, fight to the very end. They won the game, and for today and for now, they deserve to be praised. Again, I'm reminding you, I am not a United fan. But for you today, for what you have gone over this whole season, you at Tottenham Spurs, you have gone through so much. Celebrate what you saw today, because that's why football is for. This is what we live for. I saw a kid in tears while I was watching this game on TNT Sport. I saw a kid in tears, and I saw his father raising him up when everything turned and their team was up. That's all we need for, to make the little teams start to believe, to make the little kids start calling Harry Maguire a legend of United. I had to throw that one in there. But what I'm talking about is this. We live for moments like this. This is why we love the game. This is why we love the game. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about today, really, because to be honest, when we come back to the tactics, United were terrible. This is how it was. First half, United were flawless. They were on fire. They kept on going. They kept on attacking. They moved the ball well. They showed what they're capable of doing. They made the game exciting, kept moving, kept on showing what they can be as a team. Scored 2 goals. An amazing goal, which was scored by what's his name? Rasmus. Is it with this guy, Ogate? The passes, the movement to get to the goal. It is something that we can talk about. It was amazing. And I'm like, okay, United have this in everything figured out. They're gonna win this game. I'll go watch the tournament Spurs go. I come back again. United have scored another goal. And I'm like, okay, this is a game done. 4-2 in aggregate against Lyon, 2-0 at home. This is done. Second half comes in. United are in control. They're moving. A score is scored by Lyon. It becomes 4-3. They scored another one. It becomes 4-4. And I'm like, what's happening here? At 4-4, then the game is played. Leon gets a red card. And I'm like, it was double yellow, and it was a deserved yellow card, by the way. Bruno tried to cheek in to score a quick goal. And the goalkeeper of Leon saved it, and that goes to extra time. And I'm like, okay, in extra time, there is a main advantage on United. They can get this job done. They deserve to get this job done. They move the game. Everything is going well. Then Leon scored a goal. An amazing goal by Cherky. Nothing Andre Onana could have done. He just watched the ball go at the back of the net. Then what did the United do? Made Harry Maguire go up, play as a number 9, become the last man, the guy who gets at the end of the crosses. You hear me, Real Madrid? That's what you do with when you are crossing so many times of the ball. Make sure that the man who's standing that side is a man who can actually put the ball at the back of the net. Not what you're doing. You're crossing to kill him up. What were you expecting? Let's get back to the game. So that's what they did. The game continues, and I'm like, something's going to happen here. There's an attack. Luke Shaw takes out a Leon player. I think it's called Fofana. Then the penalty is given. Leon scores. Now from 4-4, it is now 6-4 to Leon. It's now 6-4. There is no way of United coming back. We are going to the second half of extra time. Leon has 2 men down, remember? That is really important. As the game continues, and the change is made, I think Ogate has taken out Mason Mount is put on, and everything that United was doing was to hit to go at the end of the game, crossing it in trying to affect the game going forward. Then as we were watching the game, in the 5 minutes, then Casemiro is fouled in the box, given a penalty against Leon. Bruno Fernandes scores it. He takes the ball, kicks the ball, puts it on the center. From then, they kept on attacking. I think they made 3 or 4 attacks against Leon, and Leon survived in the game. Then somehow, out of nowhere, the ball falls to Kobe Maino. First touch, dink the player, an amazing goal. And I'm like, oh my God, we are going to the penalties. It is now 6-6 on aggregate. I'm expecting penalties. The game is over because there was no longer time. I think it was close to 121 minutes. The game is almost over. Then out of nowhere, a cross comes in and Harry Maguire puts it at the back of the net. United are on top. 7-6 on aggregate. How do you make that make sense? How can you make that make sense? Bruno, Kobe, and Harry Maguire scored the 3 goals 5 minutes apart to turn everything upside down. Old Trafford was empty. Somehow people had to come back because of the noise, because of how the game would turn around, come in, and I think right now they're still celebrating. Right now on my birthday, 10 minutes into my birthday, they're still celebrating because that is one, and I think that is one of the biggest remontada I've ever seen. When we were talking about we wanted to see a reason the Titans to come back into the game, United put it out them. They were supposed to be out of the Europa League today, but yet they remain in, which makes comments which were made by the likes of Marta and Watik sound sweeter because at the end of the day, they might have won the battle of getting into the head of Onana, but Onana and United won the war. Tottenham Hotspurs against the team that they were playing in. It was a game that I was really interested to watch because I really wanted to see the number 9 that Liverpool are being linked with if they don't get what's his name? If they don't get Isaac. So I was really interested to see how much of an influence he is, and I did see some of the good touches from him. I think it's called Ikese. That's his name. I will get it right if he becomes a Liverpool player. I'm telling you about that. Tottenham Hotspur played so well. I was really confused because they were really working on in terms of putting that balance defensively and offensively. It felt like Tottenham Hotspur had that balance. It was amazing to see that partnership again of what's his name? What's his name? Of Mickey van der Ven, as well as what's the other guy, Romero. Yeah, the Argentine player. It was amazing to see that partnership back, especially working well. We saw that it was a team that wanted to do something, and I the only thing that was missing from that game, from both sides, by the way, it was a goal. Until Tottenham Hotspur were given a penalty, so many players were fighting to get the penalty. Then the manager made a decision that he wanted Dominic Solanke to take the penalty. If you didn't know, Dominic Solanke had not scored a goal in some time, in really, really some time. And the manager, it takes so much guts for him to say, I want Dominic Solanke to take that penalty. And when he takes that penalty, the way the game goes in, you are like, okay, there's still so much time for Frankfurt to come back into the game. They still have everything. They did it against Tottenham. But Tottenham Hotspur defensively today, they were on point. They fought to the very end. Of course, Frankfurt had some moments. They tested the goalkeeper, but most of the times there were so many blocks, and sometimes Vicario was saving. It was a performance well deserved. They really, really needed by Tottenham Hotspur to come back to where they were, and they did, and they go to the next stage of Europa League. Chelsea played against a team that had no name, which they beat by 3-0, and I'm like, okay, this is a game that is already done. They played today, played so well, half time, it's 1-1, and I'm like, okay, Chelsea are just going to get the job done, but it feels like what they suffered in the hands of Ipswich during the weekend still is carrying in them. They're still feeling the problem. They're still not really recovered from that. And we saw it today. They lost the game to a team with no name, but they lost it by 2-1. So it means they remain in the competition on aggregate. They ended 4-2. I'm not mistaken, 4-2, but so much to improve from Chelsea. So much to improve on, but they are not looking on. The confidence is practically invisible. I'm curious to see how they improve from that and what we can see from that. But in terms of the game of the day for me is Manchester United. That remontada will be talked about in years to come. 5 minutes, 3 goals. That takes guts. That takes mentality. They showed it in today's game, and that's amazing to see. I was really impressed. Second team, Tottenham Hotspur, with the game which they lost against Wolves embarrassingly that way. I even made a video asking why Ange Postecoglou is not sacked. To come back from that and get a victory against Frankfurt at their own home ground where I thought they were going to lose, that takes guts. Well deserved of that. Then Chelsea, they still need to work on that. They still need to work on whatever they're doing. So we are going to wait and see what happens, people. Football continues. What an amazing night at Old Trafford. Theatre of Dream came back to life, and it showed what they're capable of doing. Andre Onana came back and proved so many times why he deserved to be given some respect, that he saved the goals, and the goals that went in, he could not do anything about them. He did not make any mistakes, but today he fought like a player, like a United player, and that is well deserved. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Where did you watch today's games from, and what did you enjoy? Where were you watching from? And tell me, is Harry Maguire a United legend? Let me know in the comment section. I'm out. Peace. Like the video, subscribe to the Connect. We'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.